Hope you can hear me.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, I told you yesterday that today I'll tell you a little about the hormonal changes taking place during adolescence. Okay. So let me just share it. Now, there is a specific, okay, there was a website that I was checking out. Not finding that. Okay, I think, yeah. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you in very simple words. Okay, I saw something simple, like a simple explanation from a website, but I don't think I'm finding it right now. So I will tell you in simple words. Okay, there is a hormone. Okay, known as GnRH. Okay, GnRH. Gonadotrophin releasing hormone. Okay, its full form is gonadotrophin releasing hormone. Okay, now this hormone is released in the puberty or adolescent period by the brain, by a part of the brain called hypothalamus. Okay, so hypothalamus is a part of the brain which releases or which controls the release of GnRH hormone. Okay, then what happens? Then what happens is this hormone stimulates the pituitary gland to release two more hormones known as FSH and LH. Okay. Now these hormones they signal the gonads. Gonads are testes in males and ovaries in females. Okay. To produce the sex hormones that are there, which is testosterone in males and estrogen and progesterone in females. One hormone majorly responsible for all this development of reproductive organs and everything. Male it is testosterone, female it estrogen and progesterone. So that is responsible to physical development and appearance, okay, and ability to reproduce. All of this is influenced by testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. These are the three names that you have to remember. Okay, I'm telling you the back history. Okay, I'm telling you the back history a little bit so that you can connect. What you have to remember when you write it, you have to remember hormones such as testosterone in males and estrogen and progesterone in females, which is responsible for it. Okay. So this GnRH is produced and controlled by the hypothalamus, which stimulates the pituitary gland to release FSH and LH. These hormones they give signal to your testes and ovaries to produce our uh, testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. Okay. Yes. So this is the base of it. Now, this is responsible for physical development, ability to reproduce, and all. Then you are having for the hair growth, if you want to know, growth of pubic and underarm hair, you have androgens from the adrenal glands. Okay, hormone known as androgens produced by the adrenal gland is responsible for the hair growth. Okay, for the hair growth. Then this is like in detail. This is in detail. Pituitary stimulation, gonadal activation. Okay. Effects is, physical development, emotional and behavioral changes are also there. Hormonal fluctuations can contribute to mood swings, heightened stress sensitivity, and changes in brain regions responsible for emotional regulation. Now, when these hormones increase and decrease, okay, there is mood swings. There is mood swings. There is sensitivity to stress. Okay, you're more sensitive to stress. Then you have some changes in the brain, which is responsible for emotional regulation. That is emotional up and down. Okay, that happens due to the fluctuation in hormonal level in our body. Okay, because ultimately all of this is getting secreted from the brain. Okay, somewhere the hypothalamus is responsible, so our responses, what we think, and everything is connected inside. Okay, skin changes are also there. Okay, like oily skin, acne. Okay, this is due to sebaceous glands. Okay, driven by testosterone. Okay, I've heard that men who have more levels of testosterone are more prone to acne and pimples, something like that. Yeah, so that is sebaceous gland responsible to oil production and can cause acne. Okay, okay. Now we will do from your books. This was what I was want to tell you in detail.
Yep.
How many chapters are left? 21 and 22 is also there. Okay. Okay. Now we were doing we did this. We did in-text questions. We started with emotional development in the last class, right? We saw how we experience heightened emotions and how to manage them. Responses we saw, yes. We were doing self-concept and self-esteem. Okay. Now, we saw what is self-concept. What is your idea about yourself? Okay. Your idea about self means yourself. That is self-esteem. Sorry, self-concept. Okay. Strengths, weaknesses, analyzing them. Okay. Becoming a better person was self-concept. Now, self-esteem. Self-esteem is your personal judgment of your abilities. In other words, if you have high self-esteem, you have more belief in your abilities. Positive self concept leads to higher self esteem. When adolescents begin to take pride in their abilities they possess and consider these as their assets, their self esteem goes up. Basically, it's how you view yourself and your abilities. Okay. How much do you value your abilities and how much you have belief in your abilities? Okay, your belief in your abilities, how much do you value your own abilities? That is known as self-esteem. Somebody who has confidence, who thinks that they are confident, who thinks that they are more outgoing, friendly and all. Okay, that they are like, okay, I'm confident, I'm more outgoing, okay, I am strong. They tend to have high self-esteem. Okay, but those who think like that, okay, I am bad at this, bad at that, I cannot do anything right, okay, I'm weak, I get heartbreaks all the time. Those people tend to have lower self-esteem. Okay, so it is your ability, it's the belief you have in your own abilities. Okay, that determines if your self-esteem is high or low. Okay, Now, now, one has to realize that success is the key factor in building positive self-concept during adolescence. But how can you develop positive self-concept and self-esteem? Okay, it says that success is the key factor. Okay, but I would say that not just success. Okay, not just success, but living a healthy life. Okay, fulfilling your passions. Okay, fulfilling your passions, being with your loved one, doing what you love can also contribute to positive self concept and self esteem. Okay, it is not only success, but a lot of other factors which contribute towards your self esteem and self concept. If it will be high or low, many factors are there. If a lot of negative things keep happening, one after the other, it is natural for a person's self esteem to go low. It is natural. Okay, but what is important that they have to bring it up. They cannot like lie there in the low phrase, but they have to bring it up, and then they have to start believing in themselves slowly, building themselves up. Okay, building their self esteem, self concept again. Now, there is an activity. Do you, to know yourself better and develop positive self esteem, assess yourself on the following criteria. Ask your parents to assess you on the same criteria. Tick mark yes or no accordingly. Okay, we will do according to you right now, and we will do according to parents. Like according to parents, you can do at home. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Now, according to you, do you accept your strong points and appreciate them?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, 1 second. Yes. Do you acknowledge your weakness?
Yes.
Do you try to change everyone?
No.
Do you indulge in self-pity?
No.
No. Do you seek advice when needed of a trusted friend or a trained counselor?
Yep.
Yes. Do you realize that certain physical aspects in you cannot be changed?
Yes.
Yes. Appreciate others and be genuine and honest. Do you appreciate others and be genuine and honest in your appreciation?
Yes.
Do you eat healthy and exercise? Yes. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that is good. That is good. Besides that, it's very important to eat healthy and exercise too. Now, the rest you can do with your parents. Okay.
Okay.
After listing your positive qualities, how did you feel about yourself? Which of the above points do you think help in developing a positive self esteem? With or without the help of your parents, develop a plan of action for yourself to overcome your weaknesses. Write your answers in the following columns. Okay. I don't share my problems even if they are beyond my control. Okay. This is not sharing, not letting other people in, not sharing your problems. So your parents, their point of view, shares only some problems, and that too almost at the last minute. Like you go to them at the last minute and share only some problems. What is the point of action? What can be the point of action? I will share my problems and take timely advice from either my parents or, if needed, be from a trusted friend or a trained counselor. Okay? Maybe usually parents or a trusted friend. Okay? Sometimes in extremities, if you need it, a trained counselor. Okay? That also is good. Nothing wrong. Now, the remaining can you do on your own?
Yep.
Okay? Your weaknesses according to you, then ask your parents what is it like according to them, and then plan of action. Write down a plan of action. Okay. Now let's check out in text questions 20.2. Nasreen is the best athlete in her village and has won many awards at both district and state level. For the past 2 years, she has been practicing very hard for the coming district athletes meet. She is very upset and wants to know that she is not shortlisted, and wants to know that she is not listed for the same. Given below are three different ways in which Nasreen can try to find why she has not been shortlisted for district athletes. Okay, this is she did not get selected. Okay, she did not get selected or shortlisted for the district athletes, but she is hardworking. Okay, then she is the best athlete at the village, won many awards. Okay, but still didn't got shortlisted. Now there are three uh, ways in which she can try to find out why she was not shortlisted. Okay, first one is she argues with the sarpanch of the village and accuses him of being unfair. Second is she locks herself in a room and refuses to eat her meals. Third way is she goes to the sarpanch and asks him the reason for her not being selected for district athletics. Okay,
Option
option
three,
3. Why do you think option 3?
because it's more sensible instead of just lashing out on him to first find the reason why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is not sensible to lash out on the sarpanch when you do not know why.
Yeah.
True. Okay. And locking herself in a room and do not eating anything is not going to solve anything. So, third option, correct. Now, look at the second question. Neha got very angry when her parents did not allow her to go out with her friends. She threw her books on the floor, shouted at everyone, and refused to eat her food. If you were Neha, what would you have done to convince your parents? Please suggest at least two methods to convince your parents to allow you to go out with your friends.
First, I'd probably ask them why I can't go out. If it's like a sensible reason, like we have something important to do, or we didn't do something that day. Um, or I would ask politely, um, if I could go. And if not, then I just accept it.
Okay. First is you will ask the reason politely. Okay. What else would you do? They told you the reason. Okay. No reason is there. Okay. If they say like this, okay, no reason is there. Okay, nothing we have, but you cannot go. Then what will you do?
Then I would say that I was really looking forward to meet them. I would try to convince them a little bit. And um, yeah, I think that's it. That's all I can think of.
Okay. Try to convince them. Tell them where you are going. Tell them with whom you are going. Tell them when you will be back. Okay. Tell them everything about your outing. That
Yeah,
this is what we are going to do. I will be back by this time. Okay, please let me go. This friend is going. That friend is going. Go with people who are like who you know nicely.
yeah,
Not just random friends, but people, close friends, they agree mostly. So you can like convince them like that. Okay, tell them everything, convince them like that. Sometimes also, if like you have a meetup that you really, all of you are like really going to a good place and you really desire for it. Okay, so you can let your friends convince your parents also sometimes. Okay, sometimes the friends can also convince our parents. Okay.
yeah,
One of my friend convinced my mother sometimes
yeah.
for her for me to
That's what
go.
I do sometimes too.
Yeah. So that is one more method. Ask the friends to convince parents. No. Sudha is very conscious of her dark complexion. She avoids interacting with people around. Give 4 suggestions to Sudha which can help build a positive self-esteem. Okay, she's conscious of a dark complexion and avoids interacting with people. Can you suggest her something to build a positive self-esteem?
First, I'd probably talk to a close friend or parents about it.
Okay.
And I would get their opinion.
Hmm.
Then I would look at both my strengths and weaknesses and appreciate them both.
You will tell her this thing that look at your strength and weakness. You need
Oh,
to give,
I'm telling her.
yeah,
Okay. Um, yeah, I would tell her strengths also other than her weaknesses.
okay.
Um,
You can tell her everyone is beautiful in their own way. Okay,
yeah,
every person is beautiful. Okay? I had this exact same situation with a friend. Okay, with one of my friends, and she asked me the same thing. Okay, means the same thing happened.
yeah,
Okay, and this is what I told her, that every person is beautiful in their own way. Okay, it doesn't matter the skin color, the height, the weight. Okay,
yeah,
none of it matters. What matters is that is how good of a person you are.
yeah,
Okay, that matters. Okay, and all people have goodness inside them. Okay,
yeah,
this outer traits doesn't matter that much. The heart matters.
yeah,
Okay, the heart matters, and God made all the people beautiful. It
yep,
doesn't matter the color, doesn't matter what skin tone, complexion they have, but every complexion is beautiful, every person is beautiful. So you can say all of that to her, or if a friend says such a thing, so you can say that to them. Okay, now let's check out a bit about social development. Social development refers to the interaction of adolescents with their family, peers, and others. As children transform into adolescents and later into adulthood, their social relationships undergo many changes. Their interaction with family, peers means friends, okay, and other people. Now, their social relationship means their relationship with family, friends, and other people, it changes at the time of adolescence. Okay, it changes at the time of adolescence. Who am I? Am I an adult or a child? This is one question which an adolescent is always seeking an answer. Am I grown up or am I still a child? I'm 12, I'm 14, okay, 15. Am I grown up or am I a child? Okay. At 1 minute, their parents tell them, you are not a child anymore. Okay. The next minute, they are told, go and play. We adults are discussing something. Okay. So when they do something wrong, we hear, you're not a child anymore. Okay. Why are you crying? Why are you like wanting something so much? You're not a child. Okay.
yeah,
Sometimes they tell us, okay, adults are having a talk, go outside and play. Okay. Let the adults talk. So you don't
yeah,
know if you're a child or an adult. Okay.
yeah,
Then such statement often leaves them confused as to the status of their identity, that is, whether they are adults or children. At this stage, adolescents develop a strong sense of selfhood and have their own views and feelings about various issues. Okay, they form their own views and feelings about various issues. means that, like I said to you, that while I was an adolescent, I was like against the myths that I have heard from like coming from the family and from the people around. Okay, so many myths. Okay, so I was like, no myth. Okay, these are all myths, and I'm gonna believe in the like reality,
Yeah.
and these are all myths. So that was my own opinion that I'm not going to believe any myths. I will wash my hair when I want to.
Mhm.
I will cut my nails when I want to. This is it never came from my mama. Okay, my
Yeah.
mama never believed in all the myths, but from the relatives and all the extent
Yeah.
family and older people. Okay, it comes from the older people, elderly
Yeah.
mostly. Yes, so it was my own view, okay, that
Yeah.
I will not believe in this myth. Similarly, we have so many views about a lot of things. Okay, so many views about a lot of things. You may have a different view about politics, about your relationships, about something going on in your family, about your friends. Okay, some people believe having just some 2 or 3 close friends, while some people, some adolescents, I think, some adolescents they believe in just having 2 or 3 close friends or 1 or 2 close friends. Some adolescents believe in having a big group. Okay,
Yeah.
that depends. That is their view, how they see it, how they want. So they have their own views and feelings about various things, various issues. In their effort to become independent and develop their own identity, they slowly start taking their own decisions. Okay. Now, sometimes they start taking their own decisions, which is not exactly a bad thing. Okay, taking your own decisions. I would not say that it is a bad thing, but it is a good thing if you discuss it with somebody elder. Okay, especially the big decisions. You can decide what to eat. You went out. Okay, you can make a decision what you eat, but you cannot make a decision such as like a big decision, such as if you want to date somebody, or if you want to like choose a stream or choose a career or a degree. For that, you cannot just go and be with a random person and go and choose a random course.
Yeah.
No, you need to talk with your parents. Okay, you talk with the person and your parents too, and then they will also see, and then only it is ideal, right? Big
Yeah.
decision it is. And career, same thing. You need to talk with your parents. Okay, they will suggest you both, like your parents, and you discuss and then decide. Then you choose your stream, your subjects.
Yeah.
So small decisions, it's okay, like what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear, you can make them yourself. But big decisions involving an elder parents is very important. Parents can enable their children form an identity and become independent individuals by treating them as responsible young adults. Sometimes parents do this by giving you responsibility, by giving you some responsibility that okay, you go. Okay, go to the bank. My mom gave me the responsibility a little while back for the first time to go to the bank and deposit a check in the bank. Okay, go to the bank. I just went to the bank. My mother was at her job.
Yeah.
I went to the bank, filled it, deposited the check, and came back. So they entrust you with responsibilities. Okay, so that you can become responsible young adults. Okay. I am an adult, but for adolescents, they'll give you things like, okay, this is the money, you can go buy this thing. You can go do this thing.
Mhm.
They give you small responsibilities so that you can develop responsibility. Okay. A sense of responsibility in you. During this period, the relationship adolescents share with their family and peers go through a major change. Okay. Go through a major change. Now, this major change we are going to talk about on Monday. Okay,
Got it.
this major change. What is the major change that our family and friends go through? With them, we go through adolescence. We'll talk about Monday. Now, okay, your test is there by 30th October, right?
Yep.
Then your English is 15. Besides that, Home science class will continue for a bit.
Yep.
Okay. Home science class will continue for a bit. And we'll like we will talk with your parents this Saturday. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, then amazing. I'll see you in English. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye, ma'am. Thank you.